Well, hello, my friends. This is David Ramadi again, and I'm going live. I am live from Israel, from Kiryat Arba, Hebron, the West Bank, and we are having a dry spell, which is good, I suppose, before the wet spell. The reason why I'm talking to you today after a leave of absence, I've been considering and thinking what's going on in America. I have to admit, I'm sort of a time capsule. I grew up in America in the late 40s, 50s, 60s, served in Vietnam, went to school in the University of Wisconsin, came to Israel. Now, I remember America during the Vietnam period as being violent, but nothing can compare to the type of social violence that I see now in America. Social violence is basically also out in the streets, but also in the schools, in the home, in the community. It's quiet violence without physical violence, a violence that attacks the soul and the mind and the very fiber of America. Now, what happened in Virginia and also in New Jersey shows that the main body of Americans, Americans that work to put their kids in school, Americans that are concerned about what the kids are learning in school, Americans are concerned about gas prices, Americans that are concerned about having enough energy, having enough food, Americans that look at all these container ships that can't land, and they're saying, what the fuck's going on? And that's why more and more Americans are going to vote against the incumbent Democrats and the super liberals, and well, some people call them communists. I wouldn't say they're communists, but I'd say they're as close as you can get without being called a communist. I would say that they're probably still Marxists and want a communist state in which they rule. It's hard to say. I don't know. I'm not going to judge them. I can only judge them in one way, and that is that they are out of touch with America, and they will not end up much longer in a position of power. So America has changed. Now, I even think that you people have lived in America all your lives, you people that have remembered the 40s and 50s and 60s and have continued to stay in America, I'm sure you know that America's changed. We've seen it all. We've seen the backbone of our democracy, which is the draft, to draft young Americans into the army for 2 years and then finance their education, has gone by the wayside. The professional army, oh, you see what's happening. They say to the professional army, we own you. You better take a vaccination or you have to leave. And so, of course, the professional army says, to hell with you, I'll leave. And why shouldn't they? We are in an age internationally where we're dealing with a bioweapon. Oh, they say oh my God, it's corona and it's mutating. I've got news for you guys. It was always intended to mutate. The more you take a shot, the more it's going to come back stronger. And we see that now. I've had 3 shots, and they might be thinking about a fourth shot. But each time it comes back stronger. The only real solution is to stop taking vaccinations, let the last mutation attack, kill off what it must kill, leave the rest of the population with a natural immunity, and that will stop this. Because the more we vaccinate, the more we prolong the plague. 5 million dead. Can you imagine that? 5 million are dead. It's going to go up 6, 7, 8, 10, 20, 30 million. But have you ever noticed that the majority of the dead people are not high tech people, are not um, congressmen and senators, um, movers and pushers? The upper class, I call them the equestrian order of the Roman Empire. The knights of the Roman Empire do not significantly die in large numbers. So who does die? Well, working class people die, which is unfortunate because if all the working class dies, nobody will be able to promote, the products that these people sell in order to live high in the hog. A homeless die, which basically means if you served in Vietnam or any of the other wars and you're having problems and you're sitting on a bench in a park, well, as far as they're concerned, you're better off dead because you're a burden and a problem and an embarrassment. I don't know. I don't like the way things are going worldwide. I'm particularly concerned about the way things are going in America. I always believe that I have two countries, Israel and America, and that Israel is essentially America's first line of defense in the Middle East. But it looks to me now like America doesn't need a first line of defense in the Middle East. America is only concerned with one thing: consuming, avoiding responsibilities, voting for, my God, you realize who you voted for? You voted for a senile loser, a politician that, my God, he went to the Grand Dragon of the Ku Klux Klan's funeral and spoke about what a wonderful guy he was. And then he calls Republicans racists. I don't know. A lot of things I've been working out in my mind, and that's why I haven't been here all the time, and I apologize for that. But sometimes when I look at what's going on in America, especially, it makes me sick. How much longer will the average American working man and woman put up with this crap? How much longer will you allow your children to be taken away from you, indoctrinated, and to become something that's totally un-American? Definitely, you claim you're a Christian nation. It's definitely not Christian. I mean, but that isn't important anymore. I mean, Joe Biden is in favor of abortion, and they still let him do communion. And the Pope thinks he's the best thing since, well, I suppose you'd say Jesus, because the Pope likes him, and he likes the Pope as much as he likes anybody. I imagine he had to ask which Pope this was because he couldn't remember the name. But that's the President of America? And Kamala is the Vice President of America? Kamala, the giggling jackal, laughing over the remains of the dead elephant? No, thank you. I thank the Creator that I'm here in Israel and fighting for the same things that America used to believe in. Maybe if we in Israel fight long enough for the same things America used to believe in, maybe America will join us. That's what I hope. So long for now. Have a good life if you can. Throw these bastards out of the Senate. Throw these bastards out of the House. Throw these bastards out of the nation's capital. You can do it. You're the people. You have the power to vote no matter how much they try to rig the election. If you vote in massive amounts, they can't rig it. Nobody can rig it that well. Okay, God bless you and God bless America.